welcome back. I'm just grabbing my coffee. Thank you for waiting for me. I truly appreciate you guys. All right. Hello, welcome back. I have had a little bit of an issue. Yash, hello, welcome. All right, all messages. You are the first one. Congratulations. I'm getting you guys pulled up here. How was your weekend, my friend? I'm just getting things set up. I apologize. I've been good. I've been good. Thank you for asking. I just went out to feed the, your weekend was pretty good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of snow, still getting snow. But yeah, I just went out to feed my chickens and the quail. And one of my poor little quail, I had to bring it in. I don't know if it's going to survive. I don't know what happened. I kind of think it got pecked by the other ones. I'm not sure. Aniket, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate all your help. Jimmy, hello, not staying. All right. How are you? Um, almost ready. Changing the top chat to live chat. Suren, hello, welcome. So we'll put Surendar. You're number 3. There, perfect. Let me put hello in the chat. Whoops, that's not how you spell hello. And my email. I will highlight that. So, the form inspector knows that I brought a bird in the house, one of the quail. Poor thing, she's one of my favorites. One of my favorite birds. I love all my birds, but this one is just so stinking cute. It would always be sitting at the door, waiting for me, looking. And every time I open the door, she'd walk out to me. And yeah, oh my gosh, I hope nothing happens to her. I feel so bad. She was so thankful when I picked her up and I put her in my coat. She just laid her little head down and I hope she survives. We'll see what happens. Today we're going to use the Urban Crow. Yeah, maybe she was just warm. Like I said, it is very cold. It's like 8 degrees Fahrenheit. They have hay and each other. There's like 7 of them. But yeah, I don't know if maybe she was booted out and they're like, there's just not enough room. Or I don't know, but poor baby. I feel for her. I hope she'll be okay. It is cold. It is so cold. Jimmy, I'm sorry I missed it. Jimmy said, good, you? And got no reaction. Holy Ghost, hello, welcome. Let's get you on the list. So, my friends, if she survives, I may just have to leave her inside. Make her, yeah, make her grandma's familiar. Chrissy, hello, welcome. You're number, Holy Ghost, you were number 4. I apologize. I said 5. I meant 4. Chrissy, you are number 5. There. All right. Now, I do have all the other ones, you guys, all of them. If anybody wants them, a different one, let me know. When it comes to the Oracle. Okay. And like I said, I highlighted my email at the top of the chat. If anybody wants an in-depth card reading, these are free. 10 plus cards, not just the ones that fall out. Send me an email. I will put you on the list. We are now booked until April 1st. Perfect. On a cat. I will, absolutely. All right, Yash. I totally will. Fix this chat. There. Yeah, I was telling people on the live earlier about I-90 shut down in certain spots. There's people stuck. And now I found out the people who are stuck and they're at what I think it's called the TNA. Apparently the water lines burst. Now everybody that's stuck there is stuck with no water, no restrooms, no nothing. So that's terrible. Paul, hello. I have been thinking about using like a larger bottle like that for a water bottle, like a wine bottle or something, because they keep your water colder. Paul, good idea. Not quite sure about vodka. Oh my gosh, I hope they're safe. All right, Yash. The first card you have is the 3 of Wands. You have more than 3 tarot that fell. So the first one is the 3 of Wands. Yeah, I hope they can be safe. Yeah, we have been stuck. Oh my gosh, we have been stuck on the 90 multiple times. I tell my husband all the time, if it's snowing, we are not going on the 90. If there's a flake in the air, I don't care if we're going west or east. No, because they close them down. It's a snow belt. People get stranded all the time. And when I say stranded, I mean stranded and lives are lost. Now, they have barricades and they shut them off. Or, they close off the on and off ramps. But the people that are on there have to come off. So anyways, yeah. Good vibes and prayers to all those people. Yash. Again, the first card you have is the 3 of Wands. It's a yes card. It's positive. It represents the springtime and something happening fast. Days. This card is a hopes and wishes card. It's a fire yourself up card. 2s are organizing ones. In the 2, I apologize, it's not a 2, it's a 3. 3s are activating. Again, it's, wow. So this is not a 2 at all. I don't know what school I went to, but this is not how you count to 2. It's 3. It's an activating card, and it represents an advancement, new horizons, and promises. I truly apologize for that. My mind is scattered today. multiple reasons, but also because I'm really worried about my poor little foofy quail. The next card you have is the Ten of Wands. This represents the completion of a cycle. 1 being the start, 10 being the completion. This card represents responsibilities or burdens in that you've shouldered too much and it's time to pass some on. And because of passing some of it on, you will reap fortune, gains, and success. Remember, this represents something happening fast, days. SLJ, welcome. Thank you for being here. Everybody's welcome to your opinion. My friend, don't think that we don't believe in the Lord, because we do. I don't want anybody to think just because we're reading cards, we don't believe in the Lord. Because we've pulled religious cards and have done the Bible too. Read verses from the Bible, I should say. So you also have Yash, the Six of Pentacles. This card is a charity and recognition card. So you may be recognized for something good you've done. You may receive a monetary reward. Main thing, pay off any and all debt and then give to charity. You also have the Knight of Wands. This is an extra that fell out. The Knight, it's a corresponding card. Generally represents somebody young, usually a male. So corresponding card in all, everybody will benefit as long as this person is sincere with heart. The thing about this person, you may already know this, maybe you don't. This may be you. This person has all the enthusiasm and they have good ideas, but they must be in charge. And everyone must know they are in charge. They're going to get carried away. Then they're going to lose interest. And this person is not a team player. And this person may be self-employed. Your oracle for the day is the Influence card. Catching up on Jimmy's chat. Thank you. No, you're absolutely correct. So tarot cards are guidance from the stars. Oracles are guidance from the spirit. So the Influence card brings to your awareness the decisions you might not have made if it weren't for somebody else. Just like the Pied Piper leading the way with intoxicating music, you may have been caught in someone else's spell. Whether this is current, past, or in the future, my friend, it may be the result of someone's charm or talent at swaying people. This card says you need to consider taking a moment to examine. Have you been swayed into making a decision you may not have made if the situation were different? Holy Ghost. Anaket, you are next. And don't forget, I also have the Egyptian tarot as well. Trying to get just as comfortable with them. And Anaket has asked for the Earth Wisdom. We'll use Earth Wisdom. Teshe McGordon. Hello, welcome. Would your past self like to use the Egyptian cards on a cat? Lizzie, hello. You are number 7, Lizzie. Teshe, you are 6. How are you? Any news on those jobs, Lizzie? Those apps you've been putting in? Melania. Paul, do you like Melania? She is a very beautiful woman. That is the honest truth. Very beautiful woman. Aniket, these are for you. So, Aniket, you have 6 tarot that fell. Oh, girlfriend, I'm excited for you. Is this an interview you're excited for? Like, let me explain. When we start to put applications in, we generally apply our favorite places first and then work our way down. So, is this an interview for a favorite place or just a one? All right, so the first card you have is the Judgment card, Major Arcana. It is your only Major Arcana. This card represents, it's a positive, it's a, oops, okay, wait a minute, come back down, I went too far up. It's a positive, it's a yes card, it represents change. After past or life lessons, it's going to be quick, permanent, and quick, clear, and permanent change. Positive, and says embrace all opportunities coming your way. You've got wands, my friend, enhancing this card, which we all know wands represent something approaching fast, days, on a cat. How are your interviews going? Banana Duckling, hello. Angela, hello. Angela, you are number 8. Banana Duckling, would you like to be on the list? You would be number 9, my friend. Jimmy, I just may do that. Keep her in here if she makes it. The Awesome, hello, welcome. You are number 9. Waiting to hear from Banana Duckling on their spot. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we have 13 spots, and I have a couple extras. Sometimes I get through the list fast. Joe, hello. Joe, thank you, and welcome for, thank you. Welcome. Welcome. What I meant to say is, Joe, welcome, and thank you for being here. So the 2 of Wands represents our hopes and wishes. It's an organizing card, and it's also the fire yourself up card. So you need to, on a cat, plan ahead. Be strategic. You need to think, where do you want to go and what do you have to give? You must think innovative and fresh ideas. This card says you're in an excellent position to join forces with another who shares your vision. You guys crack me up. Jimmy, buy something good. Jimmy, you should so totally record a shopping haul, a grocery haul. So Grandma can see what you're buying to eat for the week so that I know you're eating healthy. You should totally do a grocery haul. Just saying. Joe, you absolutely can. You are number, hold on. I got these all squished in here. 10. Joe C. So you also have the Knight of Wands on a cat. The Knight of Wands says, is a corresponding card, and everybody will benefit if they are sincere with heart. But again, this person, there's something you need to know about this person. Whether it's you or somebody you know, a knight is generally a male. Does not have to be, but generally. This person has all the enthusiasm, the good ideas. Uh, they just get the juices flowing. The thing about this person is they must be in charge. Everyone must know they're in charge. They're going to get carried away, and they're going to lose interest. This person is not a team player, and this person tends to be self-employed. But if you're okay with all this person's characteristics, that they have to be in charge, and then they're going to lose interest. If you're okay with that, everybody will benefit. You also have the King of Swords. The King of Swords says, don't be caught off guard. You didn't get where you are without a strong dose of caution. This represents something happening fast in weeks, and it is a no card. So eyes wide open, my friend. You have 2 extra cards, the Star card, a Major Arcana. These are the extras that fell out. This card represents a renewed feeling for, you feel inspired towards your spirituality, and quite possibly a connection to the healing. And you have an optimistic outlook for the future. The Star is a yes, it's a positive, represents an Aquarius, and I have January 21st through February 23rd, my friend. Super important dates. 2 represents hope. Cups, 2 Cups. I almost read you the 2 of Wands. I was like, wait a minute. I just read that for Aniket. This card represents a relationship. That which nature has sanctified. This relationship represents everything. Love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord. Concord is an agreement. This does not have to be a relationship with somebody, boyfriend-girlfriend level. This could be a relationship on a business level as well. Concord, agreement, January 21st through February 23rd on a cat. You have the Go with the Flow for your Oracle card. Is that what that said? Go with the Flow? Oh, it is. I was like, that's a map card. Absolutely. Send me an email. I would love to do an in-depth card reading. It's highlighted at the top of the chat. So loose strife help. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the flower. Helps coping when life is overwhelming and going with the flow in the midst of chaos. Let me write it in the chat. That's the flower. Orbicular jasper enhances steady, slow breathing, which supports patience and flexibility of mind. Which brings me, I just had a thought, Aniket. If any of this is going to occur soon, if you're going to go into an interview with anybody, and that's anybody else in the chat listening, this is for you too. Peppermint opens communication. We've read it multiple times in our cards. I know a lot of people don't like to eat peppermint, but peppermint opens communications. So again, orbicular jasper enhances steady, slow breathing, which supports patience and flexibility of mind. The path to your goal is not a straight line, but is filled with unexpected bends, detours, and blocks. The card says being frustrated, angry, or impatient will not help you. Try to accept that this chaos is part of the experience, rather than fighting or flailing about. Find the rhythm or flow in chaos and ride it gently to your destination. It says, I have goals and desires. I have enough flexibility to allow me to enjoy the journey, whatever it brings my way, as I move forward on my path. I love these cards. Duncan, the list is not full. You can absolutely get on it. You are number 11. Surrendar, you are next. Jimmy, do you even drink? Does Jimmy even drink? All right, Surrendar. You'll get Jimmy intoxicated and he'll start singing for everybody. Which reminds me, I was actually watching one of Jimmy's videos this morning. I watched a little bit of it before, but I had a fresh cup of coffee and I was like, I have to watch this whole thing. It was part 1, part 2, and part 3. It was a poem, butterfly poem in singing. Jimmy, are you still here? You know what I'm talking about. This is for Surrendar. So there, his cat, Bastet, I know, how stinking adorable. We need more Bastet videos, huh? And singing. And it would be so cool to just one day get on YouTube and see a video of Jimmy and Anna Cat. Like, look, I finally made it to India. It's kind of crazy how huge pets are. Yes, you are on the list, Duncan. You are number 11. It's crazy how huge pets are on social media. Surrendar, the first card you have is the Hermit card. A major arcana. It's a positive. It's a yes. And this card is a focus card. It's also a card of mentoring or teaching. And it possibly allows for others to follow in your footsteps. So it is of the utmost importance that you take the time to be alone and look within to find your purpose. And motorcycle videos. And motorcycle videos. We are on number 3. You have the Page of Wands, representing something happening fast. The page represents a successful completion, but a longer time frame. So you may hear something, because it represents something happening in days. You may hear something from somebody, or, you know, get a message or something in a couple of days that represents a successful outcome in the long term. So maybe you're waiting to see if you're accepted to a college to study for a successful career. Successful, longer time frame. But the page says to conjure your brilliance, burst out, be proud, be active and creative. Successful, longer time frame. Oh, I love my motorcycle. I am missing her so much. I open the door twice a day because of the birds. And yeah, she's just sitting there all shiny and pretty, and she misses me. She does. You also have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands represents that you should not withdraw from intimidating situations. It says adopt witchy glamour, ooze charm and magic from every pore, my friend. Be gilding everyone you meet. This card is love and money. So believe in your power. Focus on arriving at your destination by yourself, which means is nobody's going to get you there but yourself. Your oracle for the day is teamwork. And I have some accessories to add to my motorcycle this year too, so I'm super excited about that. So crows have mastered teamwork. Mobbing is an example of how they work together on a common goal. So when an intruder or a predator enters their territory, they jump into orchestrated action. Each member holds an advantageous position in fighting off this threat. If your situation is a bit more complex and could use an extra hand, teamwork will be the solution to finding success. Call upon your team, your family, or your friends to assist you when facing a challenge that requires more than you can comfortably handle. Teamwork strengthens bonds, creates positive memories, and reinforces the awareness that you are not alone. Now remember, call upon your team to assist when facing a challenge that requires more than you can handle, comfortably handle. This one says to focus on arriving at your destination by yourself, but it doesn't mean that you can't get others people advice and input along the way. Holy Ghost, you are next. Holy Diver. Don't sing, Grandma. You cannot sing, but I love that song. Holy Diver. Oops. Number 4. You are. Absolutely are number 9. We are on number 4. And you guys, I'll do the best I can to move right along. So, Holy Ghost, the first card you have is the 5 of Wands. On the 1 through 10 cycle, 5s represent, it's a halfway point. And it represents a need for boundaries. And boundaries, my friend, are not doors to keep people out. Boundaries, oh my gosh, I so totally screwed that up. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe, my friend. Yes, these are free readings. The only way any money is involved is if you do not want to wait your turn. A super chat will get you next in line immediately. All right. So a 5 of Wands, remember, Wands represents something happening fast, days. It's a push and shove card. You can see it's like play fighting. If it were a serious card, that's why I say play, it'd be swords. It's more like competition in the name of the game. But you will win, and you'll make sure of it. Winning is the most important thing, and you will do anything to be seen as successful. My friend, boundaries. You have a Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles represent, or discs, however you look at it. Pentacles represents monetary gain, monetary, material, harvest in your heart, in your soul. Anywhere you can enrich and make your life better is a pentacle or a disc. I have dubbed it GAINZ. The Queen represents material comfort, stability, and abundance. So get grounded, connect with the earthy side of life, learn to be resourceful, practical, and share with others. The Queen of Pentacles says, attend to your financial affairs, decrease money going out, and bring more money in. She says you're capable of turning your hand to most things, which means if you think of a way to make money, you generally do. So think along those lines and speculate to accumulate. Pentacles represents the winter time, so this is the perfect time to accumulate. You have a Two of Pentacles, which represents a need to a need to organize. Twos are organizers. This card is all about balance, dedication, flexibility, and adaptability. What that means is for everything you do, make sure somebody else does something as well. Keep a balance. Your oracle for the day, Holy Ghost, is trickery. And I think about this card a lot when I hear the crows outside. This brings to your attention that someone may be trying to deceive you. It's a signal to be aware and conscious of the actions of those around you, because someone may be trying to employ a bit of deception to get what they want. So my friend, if you have a contract to sign, give it a closer look. There might be something in there that was not discussed, and you may find it unfavorable. And remember, trickery comes from many shapes and sizes. There's innocent trickery, like getting someone out of the house so a party can be planned, to an employer using their position to get you to work overtime. They promise a promotion that you know will never materialize. This card may also indicate that your situation may benefit from allowing for some innovative and creative thinking. A little deception for the sake of the greater good may be warranted. Absolutely, my dear, you can have them. Oh my gosh, it's your turn. No wonder. You're on the ball. Andrea, hello. I will add you to the list as well. The Reckoning, hello. Actually, The Reckoning, you will be number 12. And Andrea, number 13. All right, Chrissy. Let's get these shuffled up really good. Good morning to you, my friend. I love how you have your name spelled. The Reckoning. Yep, all I see is one of those big, huge wrecking balls. Which my husband gets to run once in a while at work. Kind of jealous. Little jelly when he says, guess what I did today? All right, so we just need 3 cards for Chrissy. You guys don't go anywhere. You're trying to fade out. The first card you have is the 4 of Pentacles, or discs, however you want to look at them. It is, and let me get the other cards first. Let me get you an oracle before we go. Pentacles represents gains, monetary, material, harvest, in your heart, in your soul. Anywhere you can improve your life and make it better is a pentacle or a disc. This card, first of all, it says that you should not take any uncalculated risks. Super important. This card represents selfishness and the need to control all resources. It indicates greed, stubbornness, possessiveness. But, Chrissy, all for a reason. And the reason is material security and financial stability. Remember, no uncalculated risks. 4s on that 1 through 10 cycle are an applying card. It's super important. You also have the High Priestess, Major Arcana. This card is a positive. It's a yes card. It represents change that you didn't realize was happening. It's also intuition, also known as our gut feeling, that we do not follow enough. And the card represents that the future is yet unrevealed. Positive change you didn't realize was happening. I wished I had dates, but I don't. I have the Five of Cups. Cups is our emotion suit. The Five of Cups represents loss or a challenge. You may encounter feelings of shame and guilt. In the deck that I generally use, the Five of Cups shows 3 cups flipped over and 2 upright, representing 3 have been taken and 2 are left, quite possibly. Also, the card can represent an inheritance from a father or a patrimony inheritance, which means a father from a male in your family. This card represents so much. It can represent a bitter marriage, quite possibly frustration in a marriage, or that you need to turn your back on past mistakes, which might be the reason why you encounter these feelings of shame and guilt. That's the challenge. Your oracle for the day is the caching. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. It's the only way I have seen. I type it into Google and all that, and they say the same thing. It says you may find yourself keeping an idea or a possession hidden until the time is right, or you're just simply unwilling to let go of it because you're afraid someone else will benefit from your release. Sometimes the moment's not right to move forward. However, it doesn't mean the time will never arrive. You could be working on a project that holds a great deal of promise, but you're unable to devote the energy at the moment. What this card says is setting aside the idea doesn't mean you're giving it up. It just means you recognize there's value in waiting. This card may also indicate you will benefit from investing. That may be investing in yourself or investing in a financial institution. And remember, the cards are not financial advisors. Well, a little disappointment we can all learn how to handle. So let's hope it gets so much better for you, my dear. Touche, it is your turn. You're welcome. Kind of seems that way, huh? Quite possibly. All right, touche. Lizzie, you will be next. Wow. The first card you have is the Two of Wands. These ones are coming out no matter what. No matter how many times I stuff them back in the deck. The first card I said is Two of Wands. It represents something happening fast. Days, touche. Positive, yes card. It represents the springtime as well. The Two of Wands is a fire yourself up card. It's our hopes and wishes, and it's a call to organize things. So hopes and wishes, plan ahead. I said organize. Plan ahead, be strategic. It says, where do you want to go and what do you have to give? This card says, think innovative and fresh ideas. And it says you're in an excellent position to join forces with another who shares your vision. Remember, positive. Yes, something happening in days. Oh, they didn't. Who did they play? I didn't get a chance to watch any football over the weekend. You have the Page of Cups. This card represents, it says to enjoy life, make the most of living your life to the fullest, savor being the center of attention, and live life like there's no tomorrow. So live in the here, the now, the present, and be present. Don't live in the past or the future when this or that happens to make everything right. Live in the here and the now and don't miss out. You have a major arcana, the devil. This card represents that you're avoiding situations that hold you in a state of fear, which may be why you are not living in today. Stop avoiding situations that hold you in a state of fear. Just do it. Uh, we're all like that. If we're afraid of something, we're going to avoid it and not do it for as long as we possibly can. This is something you can easily break free from by just doing it. You see the chains are around the neck, not the hands or the ankles. So you can easily break free from this. But also the devil, because they all have multiple meanings. This card says that if you keep wanting, you will always be in need. You have the Seven of Wands. This is a conflict or self-defense card. It's also a card that calls to reorganize. Oh, that was basketball. Chicago Bears. Basketball. Oh, Bulls. Chicago Bulls. They played the Rams. So, the Rams won. Who do they play next? Seven of Wands. A conflict or self-defense. It is a call to reorganize. It also represents that you will not, let me make sure I get this right. You will not be manipulated and controlled by an inferior attack on your principles. So stand up, stand firm, and be counted. Yeah, yeah, Bears are football. I was reading the chat and I was like, wait a minute. I skipped a little bit. But yeah, I totally know that. Sweetness used to play for the Bears, right? Walter Payton? Walter Payton? Is that what? Displacement. This card says be aware if you're lashing out at someone or taking your frustration out on an innocent person because you feel powerless. Emotions centered around shame and how we view our position within an experience can contribute to displacement. So number 34, right? When this card appears, you may need to consider if you're confronting the source of your anger or you're just looking for an easy target. So be aware of how your inability to confront the source of frustration, how it may be causing a break in other relationships. The old crone. Tammy, hello, welcome. You also have the mischief card, my friend. Did this just pop up for somebody? This card indicates an annoyance, nothing detrimental, just a situation that causes a bit of short-lived grief. So you might be the target of someone's delinquency or bad behavior. This card may also indicate that you need to add some innocent mischief or passion in your life. Hello, Talk. Lizzie, you are next. How was your weekend, Tammy? Tammy, you see Sonia's dad is in the hospital? That's the last I knew. All right, Lizzie, it is your turn, my friend. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, gosh, my heart goes out to them. Wait a minute. Oh, you did not know. Oh, wait a minute. You did not know. All right. Yeah, I think he's in Pittsburgh. I'm waiting to hear back from her. My heart goes out to those girls. The weekend is over. Yeah, the weekend is over. Lizzie, the first card you have is a Major Arcana, the Death card. Don't freak out, my dear. It doesn't mean you're going to wake up not breathing tomorrow. It just means you're going to be in for an inevitable change. And it's going to be very transformative. Here it is. Yes, and yep, and the other children. You are absolutely correct. So the Major Arcana. It's a neutral energy card. The Death card, it represents a Scorpio. And again, it represents an inevitable transformation, change. And it's going to be very transformative. So super curious about these interviews. You have the Page of Pentacles. That says, withdraw, get some air, choose your words wisely, for they are sharp, and they can make or break a difficult situation. Wait a minute, I totally just read you the wrong one. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this today. Let's rewind. You also have the Page of Pentacles, which represents young at heart. It's the voice inside urging you to follow your destiny, Lizzie. Examine what strengths you possess, speculate to accumulate, and figure out how to turn every possibility into gold, which makes me really curious about this interview. This card can also represent the beginning of a practical or domestic endeavor, and to focus on material matters. A change, and it's going to be very transformative. You also have the Ace of Wands, which represents the start of a new cycle. It's a positive, it's a yes, it represents the springtime. It's the urge to move on, get out and do something new. More important, it says never stop striving for what you want. Now, somebody else wants what you want. Now, this something new, you know something needs change. It cannot stay this way anymore. This could be a new neighborhood, a new career, maybe just a new look, whatever it is. You're full of pioneer spirit, and it drives you forward. Lizzie, you must make the first move, and you must believe in your vision. It may be the making of you. The oracle you have is the Insight card. This card asks you take some time to examine your situation, test out different strategies. When you understand the relationship between all contributing factors, you'll be able to identify actions that yield little benefit or remove any obstacles that have been in your way, and in turn, apply strategies that expedite success. Tishay, you are welcome, my friend. Lizzie, I cannot wait to find out how this interview is going to be. Angela, you are next. We're on number 8. Aw, thank you for the flowers. The yellow, oh, that's not yellow. Oh my gosh. That's red. That's a red rose. You're welcome. The first card you have is the Knight of Wands. Wands representing something happening fast, days. It's a positive. It's a yes card. The Knight of Wands generally represents a male. Doesn't have to be. Generally is. The Knight it's a corresponding card, and everybody will benefit if this person is sincere with heart. Now, this you or somebody you know. I just lost my spot. All right, here it is. If anybody's new, oh, don't lose it. This is what I'm reading from. So the Knight is a person that is enthusiastic and they have a lot of good ideas. And they must be in charge. This is the problem. They must be in charge. Everybody needs to know they're in charge. This Knight is going to get carried away, and this Knight is going to lose interest. This Knight is not a team player, my friend, and this Knight tends to be self-employed. Now, if you're okay with all that, you just need to know. Again, like I mentioned earlier, eyes wide open. Everybody will benefit if this person is sincere with heart. You have the King of Wands, which says take action, express your reason to be. Again, fast, days, 2 of them. It says you can inspire enthusiasm where there is lethargy. Maybe you make this person complete. I don't know. You can inspire enthusiasm where there is lethargy. You put vigor into any occasion you grace with your presence. And you're a master at putting a new spin on any situation. Again, fast, positive, yes. Take action and express your reason to be. You have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords says, withdraw. Oops, that's not it. The Knight of Swords says, be alert. Be ready to defend yourself and speak your mind. So I'm kind of thinking you're going to come to heads with somebody. Be alert. Be ready. On a cat. Awesome. Okay. Eat something yummy and let us know what you have when you come back. Yeah, you may butt heads with this person. Because you have the Queen of Wands. This could represent you. The King of Wands. Take action and express your reason to be. You're the enthusiasm and vigor and all that. Or this person is not. They are at first. So again, the Knight of Swords says, be alert, be ready to defend yourself and speak your mind. So don't allow somebody to try to assert a hierarchy over you. Speak your mind. You have the sacred space. There's a lot of going on over here. Filler words. Sacred space is your home. Or maybe it's the beach or your favorite path in the woods. It can also point to an inner place, a belief you hold dear. It's a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it's a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It's time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. So make time to connect with it, as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. The Awesomed. You are next. And then Joe. First card, the Awesome is a major arcana. The Justice card is a positive card. It's a yes card. Represents a Libra. The card says it is advisable to step back and be objective, especially when making decisions. So I will explain that. What it means is no knee-jerk reactions to solve problems, because when we do, we're only solving the problem we're in. We're not thinking about the future and the repercussions that these knee-jerk reactions may have. This card represents September 23rd through October 23rd. The dates may resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. From the past, quite possibly. Something you're dealing with. You have the Eight of Swords. Andrea, perfect. All right, so we're on number 9 and you are number 13, Andrea. The Eight of Swords is a you are restricting yourself card. It represents you're creating obstacles that are of your own mental creation. My friend, you can cope. So what it means is these obstacles that you're mentally creating, they can literally, it can represent bad news on the horizon. These things, these obstacles, you may create feelings of embarrassment, frustration from failure and disappointment that are not really there. These are your feelings. And because of all this, again, it may represent bad news on the horizon. My friends, you can cope. You also have the High Priestess, Major Arcana. The High Priestess is a positive card. This just popped up for somebody else. It represents change that you didn't realize was going to happen. It's intuition and our gut feeling. We should all tune into it a little bit more. But more important, it represents the future is yet unrevealed. So you see the two pillars, balance and judgment. That's what it's all about. Oops, don't go anywhere. Or people say the black one represents night and the white one represents a day, representing there's a little bit of light and darkness and a little bit of dark and light. It doesn't matter. It's all about balance and judgment. Your oracle for the day is the Waterproof card. I like this card a lot too. This is one of my favorite decks. This card asks you to create a barrier between the feelings of others and yourself when inner strength is needed. When inner strength is needed. When we're waterproof, the actions, words, and emotions of others, they don't bring us down. Casual insults, snarky comments, and emotional vampires don't bother someone who is waterproof. Create that barrier. The end result is good, my friend. This stop creating obstacles that are of your own mental creation, my friend. This is not something unique to you. We all do this. Trust me, we all create obstacles. And then we tend to allow these obstacles to grow and bloom, metastasize in some ways, depending on whether good or bad. So don't create these. Joe, you are next. You have been going through some emotional distress. Girlfriend, I can understand that. I apologize. I say girlfriend. I don't even know if you're male or female. So I don't mean any disrespect. I just presumed you were a girl, and I should not do that. Grr. Duncan, we are on number 10. So, the awesome, I offer free in-depth card readings, not just a couple that fall out, a whole layout. And you can choose from seven, 7 or 8 different subjects. You are a female. Good. I'm glad I got that right. So yeah, send me an email and I would be happy to do an in-depth card reading. Maybe it'll help in some way, shape, or form. Joe, the first card you have is a 2 of Swords. So my friend's swords suit is our arguing, fighting, discontent, whether it's with another person or inner. It's also a no card, Joe. If you have any questions, it is a no. It represents something happening fast, weeks. Our wands represent days. Swords represents weeks. It represents the autumn season as well. Fall for people who... I mentioned that it's the autumn season to somebody and they were like, I've never heard of autumn. I'm like, that's fall. Autumn is fall. So, again, the first card you have is the 2. The 2s are called to organize. This is an indecision card or an inner conflict card, in that you may be facing a tough choice. So, emotional. It represents you are your own worst enemy, and it is an organizing card. So, you're stepping on your own toes. You are making things far worse than they need be. And again, this is not something strictly, on you. We're all like that. And I say, like, I'll make a decision and then talk myself out of it. I'm my own worst enemy. Trust me. I know this card inside and out. So when you make a decision, trust your decision. Don't go back. If you walk out the door, don't turn around and come back. You are your own worst enemy. Trust the choices and decisions you make and go with them. Don't talk yourself out of them. Don't think them too much. You also have the Ace of Cups. This represents this. I had to make sure it was an ace because I've been goofing up so bad today. It represents the start of something new. Positive, yes. If it was a regular deck of cards, hearts would represent cups. So it's also our emotions. It represents a relationship. I screwed up. That's a 2. An ace represents a celebration. Quite possibly the birth of a child. But it does represent that you will discover a renewal for your capacity to feel. And what that means is that 1 through 10 I talk about all the time on the minor arcana scale is a cycle. We go through multiple cycles in our lifetime. And a lot of times we go down a cycle that is emotionally challenging. And we flip the I don't give a rat's behind. Aw, thank you. We flip that switch. We don't care anymore. We've been hurt too much. We just don't care. But the appearance of this card says that's finally going to change for you again. So congratulations. You have the Justice card, a major arcana. Positive, yes, it represents a Libra. And it says it is advisable to step back and be objective when making decisions. No knee-jerk reactions to solve problems. And when you solve that problem, don't talk yourself out of it. Your oracle for the day is the Freedom card. This is a good card too. This brings a message that you don't need to stay where you are. You can change your position. You can rise up and see the world from a different point of view. This card brings movement, flexibility, and the ability to expand your horizons, whether it's to travel or to make your own decisions, or freedom to splurge on your favorite meal. When this card appears, You may need to ask yourself some questions. In which areas of your life would you like to expand your freedom? And what is your definition of freedom? You guys seeing this little fruit fly flying around? Oh, it almost spucked me in the forehead. I think it's coming from my plants. All right, so we all know super chats get us next in line. Duncan. Duncan waited so long. So the old crone with her super chat is next. But we're doing really good, you guys. Don't worry. We have plenty of time for everybody. Tammy. Just because I think you're awesome. You're so sweet. Oh, you pass? All right, Duncan it is. Have you just recently added the 13 to your name, Tammy? Duncan, the first card you have is Major Arcana, the Lover's card. Once I get you an oracle, we will go dig deeper into it. So there's, did you put the 13 on there, or did they suggest it? Because I only asked because I was reading something that says the number behind your name represents how many people are on the platform with that name. So if it was the old crone 999, it would mean there's 998 other people with that name. So I was just curious. I like the 13. So I'm super glad you added it. And they didn't. That was fast. All right, Duncan. Ooh. First card you have is the Lover's card, a positive, a yes card. This card represents success and unexpected blessings from above. Did I say it was a positive and a yes? Represents a Gemini. It says nothing should be held back, even if it exposes you to feelings of vulnerability, weakness, nervousness. Be open and transparent. Success and unexpected blessings from above. You have the Five of Cups, which represents a halfway point. It's a call for boundaries, and boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. This card represents a challenge or loss. You may encounter feelings of shame and guilt. We had this in the Egyptian deck. It can represent an inheritance from a father or a patrimony, which is a male in the family. It can also represent a bitter or frustration in marriage. And that you should most likely represents to turn your back on past mistakes, which is where these shame and guilt feelings come from. The loss, but something remains, is the three have been taken and two remain, quite possibly. Boundaries, doors to keep you safe. You have the King of Wands representing something happening fast. It says take action, express your reason to be. You can inspire enthusiasm where there's lethargy, and you put vigor into any occasion you grace with your presence. And you're a master at putting a new spin on any situation. You have an extra card that fell out, the Four of Wands. This card is a welcome and a celebrate card. It can represent going home or a family visit. So maybe you're going to visit family or family's going to visit you. But it's joyous, welcoming. These people are literally jumping up and down, waving their hands in the air. Their feet aren't even on the ground. They're so excited. There's people already there waiting, celebrating, toasting, Glasses raised in a cheer or a toast. A welcome and celebrate. A wands also represents something happening fast, days. So this might be something soon. Your oracle for the day, my friend, is the Wrath card. This is a very strong, powerful card. Wrath creates a powerful energy. It can be destructive and lead you down a path that may strain or cause friction in a relationship. This card also adds another element to anger, revenge. It's not just enough for the offender to know you're angry. They must feel and experience it in some way. This card asks you to consider the energy you're creating from that anger. Is it one that'll create a positive change in the relationship? Or are you creating resentment that fuels the desire for future revenge? It may have been a single event that caused the energy of anger to present itself. It is through wrath that anger mutates and splinters. It creates a breakdown in the relationship and negative emotions. Uh, 11. I would like to interject on the trading when you do this reading. It's a lucky number 13. It absolutely is. Question. The reckoning is next. There's a job offer involved. Duncan, is that so? Yeah, Angela, yeah. Maybe just back up 10, 15 minutes. My friends, I will be right back. Waiting on Duncan to answer that question. Okay. All right. So the reckoning. You are next. If you guys have not noticed, the old crone is very knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. She, too, is a witch. For Duncan, correct. This is for the reckoning. The first card you have is the Sun card, Major Arcana. Positive. Wow. All right. So the first card you have is the Sun card, Major Arcana, a positive. It represents joy. But Sun card, but it also represents a 1 year period and overcoming obstacles, probably through this 1 year period. So you now find yourself in a place of positivity, clarity, uh, illumination. Again, it's a positive. It represents joy. It's a sun, so it could be the daytime or the summer. More important, it says that you should now put yourself first. Think of yourself. Treat yourself. You always put other people first. It's time for a change. And to remember, life is to be lived to the fullest. Again, 1 year after overcoming some obstacles, you now find yourself in a place of positivity. You have a Ten of Wands. This card, tens represent the completion of a cycle, freeing you up to start a new one. So congratulations. The Ten of Wands is a responsibility or burden card, and it represents you've shouldered too much, and it's time to pass it on. And because of passing it on, you will reap fortune, gains, success. You see how all the wands are going the same direction? It represents that you have done a good job bundling everything up nice, neat, super easy to pass off some of these burdens or responsibilities to someone else. You have the World card, another major arcana. Positive, yes, represents a slow, successful completion. It says the time has come to venture forth, and the world is open to you and will respond accordingly at this time. This card represents triumph, success, unity, permanency, freedom, and realization. You also have the Two of Wands, which represents, it's an organizing card. It is your hopes and wishes, and it's a fire yourself up. Now, I mentioned organize. So plan ahead. Be strategic. Where do you want to go, and what do you have to give? Think innovative and fresh ideas. The card says you're in an excellent position to join forces with another who shares your vision. Super important. Wands represent something approaching fast, positive, days. Wands also represent springtime. Just when it comes to seasons, it's the spring. Your ye. Yeah. Your oracle is what I meant to say, is curiosity. This card, this indicates that you're just scratching the surface, and the possibilities are vaster than you're currently seeing. But my friend, you need to be inquisitive. When you start asking questions, a path will unfold. So when this card appears, you will be better served by putting aside your emotions and thinking like a researcher. This card asks you open doors, look inside, and analyze the situation. Andrea, you are next. Ants were for upgrades. Ants are always upgrades. All right, I'll call you later. You're welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you for being so patient. Andrea, you are number 13. One more good shuffle. Then I have to go check on my poor little quail. So, is it Carlos's real intentions to take us to Vegas? So the first card you have is the Five of Swords. Swords are a no card. It's a halfway point. It's a call for you to put boundaries in place. And remember, boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe, Andrea. This card says, stop being defensive. There will never be a resolution to conflict as long as we put too much emphasis on being defensive. And be careful not to be paranoid and see treachery where there is none. You have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords says be alert, be ready to defend yourself, and speak your mind. Don't allow somebody to try and assert a hierarchy over you, which means speak your mind. And if someone tries to talk over you so that they don't have to listen to you, just in the nice, even tone, even keel, continue what you have to say. Speak your mind. You have the Empress card, Major Arcana. The Empress is a neutral energy card. It represents home. This is super important. It's an understanding card. When components align, more creates more. The Empress indicates a creativity and abundance. Again, more creates more. It's a home card. So more anger creates more anger. More laughter and happiness creates more laughter and happiness. This card, I have to make sure I do not miss anything. It's, did I mention it's a neutral energy card and represents Venus? Your oracle for the day is the Anomaly. I thought I was missing something, but nope, not yet. So that's what happens. All right. So something is going to appear, and it's going to be hard not to notice or avoid it. It's going to be strikingly clear that what you encounter will be abnormally good or perhaps abnormally bad, but it will stand out. This card may appear if you're contemplating an event within a relationship, Andrea. You may find yourself questioning that person's behavior, good or bad. Does it serve as an indication of who they truly are? Or was the situation rare and out of character? Sometimes we need to have one small encounter, an outlier, to understand a greater potential, or to be able to rule out an absolute. I was like, what was that noise? You guys, we need to go see if the quail is still there. I'll be right back. All right, so the cover's still on the box. We're good. Sister Susan, hello. Silver K. Let's see. Marsha's here. Hi. My friend, we are already in the world of demons. Trust me. All right. So, oh my gosh, that was it. Sister Susan, you guys popped in a perfect time. Been here the whole time listening. All right, let's pull some cards for Sister Susan and then Marsha. Susan, how are you? How are you feeling? Would you have yummy for dinner? These are for Sister Susan. The first card you have is the Four of Swords. Remember, swords is fighting, arguing, discontent, whether it's with another person or inner. And we'll do an Earth Wisdom for you, for your oracle. They're doing surgery on the 2nd. Oh my gosh, I'll call you. Alu Paratha. Aw, Susan. Oh, I'm so sorry. Susan, the first card you have is the Four of Swords. I wish I was in New Mexico with you, Susan. Just to be there with you. This card is a rest and examination card after some conflict or stress, because a new life awaits. It represents rest and the need to quite possibly let go of things that serve you no purpose anymore or have outlived their purpose. The next card you have is the Emperor, a major arcana. Positive, a yes, it represents a fatherly figure. And it says maintain your boundaries, but exercise your authority. It can represent an Aries. I have the dates March 21st through April 20th. You also have the Ten of Wands. That's not a Wands, it's a Swords. This card represents the completion of a cycle. It's betrayal or distress. Something happened that you least expected, and you may feel like you were literally stabbed in the back as well. But it's over, it's done with, and you can now move on. It says at least everything is now known, and everything is now out in the open. And it says you know the ground when you're face down in it, and it allows you to start fresh. Your oracle for the day is the Big Picture. It says belladonna is said to open chakras and expand consciousness. Malachite activates psychic vision and can be used for scrying and helps to focus on what is important. When your situation feels confused or chaotic, quite possibly unsolvable, it's easy to feel frustrated and throw in the towel. What is missing here is the key to understanding it all. There's more going on than meets the physical eye. Clear and open your chakras and allow your consciousness to expand. See the big picture, and the key will be revealed. It says, I step back from chaos into calm. I allow myself to see the bigger picture. I trust the key I seek will be revealed. Absolutely. Absolutely, Marcia. Earth Wisdom. You are welcome. So just an oracle for Marcia. Just one. Divine light. It says St. John's wort alleviates depression, soothes shock and trauma, and elevates moods. Sunstone contains the cleansing, healing power of the sun and shares it with those who ask. Whether you're feeling blue or suffering from a serious condition, you can support your healing by turning to the divine light and nourishing your own inner divinity. When we don't feel well, it's easy for our inner light to fade. Get the attention you need, medical, physiological, or spiritual, while supplementing with big doses of bright divine light. It says, my inner divine light wants to shine in the world. I give my light energy and brilliance by connecting with the greater divine energy that nourishes all of life. I'll call you later, Susan. I will call you shortly. Good for you, Marcia. So, ooh, yeah, I can totally understand that. I have bursitis and went from taking Tylenol every 3 hours. It was horrible. Horrible. And this is something I deal with all the time. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just take an ibuprofen. You don't have to take as much, less often. Well, I was taking 3 ibuprofen every 10 hours. Not cool. Or actually, it was ibuprofens every 6 hours. I don't know. I can't remember. So I ended up taking a buttload of ibuprofen too. And I was like, this is crazy, ridiculous. Talked to my doctor, and they're like, just take a naproxen, which is an Aleve. And I only take an Aleve once a day, and I take it in the evening just before bed. I've heard turmeric is really good. Nope. Tylenol does not help at all. Ibuprofen gives me nightmares. It hurts your stomach. Oh. Yeah, it is totally risky if taken too much. You need to drink a lot of water with ibuprofen. I have heard it is best for inflammation. I add it to some of my dishes, not all of them, but I probably should add it to more. Good for you, Marcia, for being more health conscious, getting away from the pharmaceuticals. Good for you. Wow. So, so your Poshmark sales are doing well? Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, good idea. So, Marcia, I only ask because there's so many people out there interested in reselling, whether it's as a second income or to declutter, or they just need help paying off a bill. So I was just curious, have you thought about recording your boxing, because people are super curious on how to ship things and how, you know, safely ship them. People are just always super curious on how resellers do things. I mean, why not add in a couple, you know, an extra video here and there, if you know, if you have the time and the energy. I know it's, being a digital creator, the ideas come from everybody, and before you know it, you have a whole list. I have in my playlist, it's called Ship With Me or Thank You, is how, maybe it's both. Ship With Me and Thank You is my shipping videos. Good, good. I'm glad they help. I'm so glad they help. Yeah, and I try not to spend much money at all when it comes to shipping supplies. The most I spend on shipping supplies would be the package toppers and tape. Because I know one of these days I'm gonna get a picture, a colored picture back from someone and display it proudly. When I started reselling, I watched so many videos. It was crazy. I know we were 8 degrees this morning. Oh, stay warm, my friend. Stay warm. Wow, 122. Well, that's what I would thought maybe happened to the one quail. Maybe it was too close to the fence. I don't know. I thought it froze or injured. I don't know what's wrong with it. And then I thought, oh no, did it get its poor foot frozen in the water? But no, we're good there. I told you guys the story. My dad was walked with crutches, 2 crutches. But it was his job. As he got older and stronger, he could use one. It was his job to feed and water the the ducks and the geese and all the birds on the farm. And we had a crazy winter one year. And yeah, the next morning, every single duck was face down, head frozen in a pail of water. So they all got their own pails of water. Yeah. So I was really worried that maybe something happened to it. It got in the dish. Oh, I could totally handle 70 year round. No, no heat lamps. Just lots of hay. I was gonna give them heat lamps, but it said the first time we lose our power, because we lose power a lot in these harsh climates, that you'll lose your livestock. They'll all die that night. So if you don't give them a heat lamp and they acclimatize to it, but you offer them, you know, hay, straw, um, that they're fine. Yeah, I was going to, but yep, we've never, in all the years we've had them, we've never used lights for them. And what is that? I don't know what that noise is. So, knock on wood. Yeah, lots of straw. You absolutely can, my friend. I got to the end of the list super fast. Lunar Vibes. Hello, you guys are tuning in at the end of the live stream. I have just a few minutes left. All right, Joanna. I am a warm weather person. The first card you have is a 9 of Wands, Joanna, which is, 9s are a resting phase. Wands represent something happening fast, days. It's a positive card. It's a yes card. The 9 of Wands says surround yourself with reliable support and draw upon your experiences to gain well-deserved territory. Sorry, I just threw that card down. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. That's much better. So on this card, you can see that the 9 of Wands has a bandage around his forehead and is resting on one of the wands, while the other ones form a protective barrier, boundary. So again, surround yourself with reliable support. It's a resting phase. So whatever you're resting from, these are the type of people you want in your life. The ones who have your back even when you're not around. Also, the card represents that you are protected better than you think. You have a 5 of Cups, which represents loss or a challenge. So here you see 3 cups are tipped over and 2 are standing upright. It can represent that 3 have been taken and 2 remain. With this card, you may encounter feelings of shame and guilt. This card can represent a bitter or frustration in marriage. It can also represent inheritance or patrimony. And that's inheritance from a father or a male in your family. Now, this can also represent that you need to turn your back on past mistakes, which could be why you feel shame and guilt. 5s are a call for boundaries. And boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. You have a 3 of Cups. Cups are emotion suit. Positive, yes, represents something happening slow. Months. Did you hear the positive in yes? Slow. Months. This represents something joyous. It's going to be like a celebration. It can be an engagement, a wedding, a social event. Again, joy, celebrate. More important, go for it, because it represents a successful conclusion. Your oracle is responsibility. And this card says, I just threw it. Comfrey promotes regeneration, structure, and karma clearing, and accepting responsibility. Citrine, like the sun that it resembles, energizes, cleanses, and regenerates. So it's all too easy and disempowering to blame others, bad luck, or society for our problems. Take your power back. Recreate and reestablish your inner structure by removing what no longer serves or hinders you. Put your own house in order, neat and tidy, making space that benefit you and the world around you. The card says, I take responsibility for my actions and my life. I learn from my mistakes. I release behaviors and ideas that hinder me. I continually improve myself. Yeah, Anna Kat, how about some cooking videos, recipe videos? All right, who did I miss? I don't really think we have time for any more. Catherine, hello. Welcome. Lunar Vibes, that's right. Amanda, hello. Lunar Vibes, you have a 6 of Wands representing something positive. Yes card, it represents something happening in days. It says things are good at the moment. You have achieved success. It says, but be wary, beware of experiencing dissatisfaction after experiencing the heady heights of success. What it means is to be thankful and grateful for the things you encounter. In the universe, spirit responds by sending you more. You have a 5 of Swords that represents stop being defensive. There will never be a resolution to conflict as long as we put too much emphasis on being defensive. So be careful not to be paranoid and see treachery where there is none. It's also a call for boundaries. And again, boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're doors to keep you safe. You have the Tower card, Major Arcana. This card represents a sudden change. It's probably already happening. It's a very emotional time. It also represents the end of restriction. So we all know when lightning strikes, it destroys everything. That's what this card represents. Sudden change. The good thing about it is you can clear the rubble away and start over fresh like it never happened. End of restriction. Now the lightning bolt itself represents through no fault of your own. You have the King of Swords. That says, don't be caught off guard. You didn't get where you are without a strong dose of caution. So it might not be over. Caution. Don't get caught off guard. So with that, my friends, I'm going to end today's live stream. I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. New York time. I hope you guys have the best day ever. If your day is ending, I hope it was the best day ever. If you like this type of content based around Tarot and Oracle, please give my video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you in the family. Check out my membership levels. I offer 4. Each level is a different price, but offers the member something different. Subscribing is free. Again, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in the next video.